It's been a minute. If this is a weird angle, weird lighting, my ring light broke. And I haven't figured out how to fix it, so I'm just like resting the ring light somewhere else. Welcome if you happen to still be here. Yeah, welcome. It's been a whole season, I think, in between from when I last saw you. I probably saw you early summer, late spring, and it's now fall, mid-November at this point. It's been a long time. A lot of things have happened. I got glasses, I got a couple new medical conditions, I got a cat. It's just a lot of things have changed. In that same breath of things and me changing, through a lot of 2020 and all of 2021, I've been trying to balance relationships, giving them a lot of my mental energy, and my mentality for a really long time was like, I'm gonna give my all to these relationships that I'm trying to build, because, you know, for years, a really long time, I had no friends. I was by myself. It's been hard and difficult to try to manage, how to deal with people, how to function, how to give people enough of your time and mental energy, but then not giving them too much. I'm trying a different way of doing things now. I kind of hit rock bottom in terms of my ability to withstand everything. I had overextended myself mentally, and I never thought I would be here, but I now struggle with not giving people my all. It's really hard, and it kind of makes me sad and emotional because I wish I could give people more, but at the end of the day, I can't give people more than what I can expect to get back. I've had several instances where people were, through no fault of their own, I would say, incredibly triggering for me. It was detrimental to me, for sure, and it put me in bad places. You know, I'm a very fortunate individual. I've had a lot of therapy, and I've had a lot of mental help, and I've put in a lot of work. To put it frank, I've put in a lot of goddamn work to be where I'm at, and it's not even this spectacularly functioning person, I would say. It's the best I can function, but it's still like a very low functioning human being, but it's the best I can be, right? And you know, a lot of people, through not having resources or not having enough people or a community of people to support them to do it, just do not seek help for their mental health. And I have realized that I cannot be someone's counselor. It is not my job. I cannot be someone's counselor. I cannot be someone's therapist. I cannot be someone's psychiatrist. I just cannot. It is not my job. And I gotta stop. I gotta get back to doing me first and foremost. And that requires a lot of time and energy. I got a lot going on. Since I have last seen you, I have gotten even more sick. Can't do a lot anymore. A lot of times I can't walk right, and I have no stamina anymore. I have a sleep disorder where I literally, like, it's basically like hypersomnia, where basically I can't stay awake, and the meds they give you are not pleasant, and they create a lot of weird side effects, and they're very inconsistent, and I've been going through it. Reached a lot of stuff in my medical journey where I'm on so many meds that I definitely have people, doctors specifically, kind of widening their eyes at me, and it's been very frustrating. I didn't ask to be put on anything that I'm currently on, but I'm on a lot because I have a lot of problems. I am in excruciating pain every day. I am exhausted every day. I have literal chronic damage on my body that is not going to get better. You know, I really have to fight for myself. I have to put a lot of energy into fighting for myself, and with all of that, I've realized that I have to fight for myself in my own personal life as well. And I gotta put up boundaries. I can't do stuff that's not safe for me, physically and mentally. I gotta put up barriers. If that means put my phone on Do Not Disturb, if that means not opening a line of conversation with certain people because I know it could go a certain way, then that's what I have to do. I have to protect me first, because at the end of the day, no one else can do that for me. I'm trying to take a step back. I'm trying to get back to me, and I'm trying not to open a vein for everybody anymore. I'm just done. Not done with people, but I'm done with overexerting myself, and I'm ready to take a break. So here's to hopefully getting back into books and watching videos. And I've been reading, but really reading and just fleshing out my hobby more. That being said, I'm not in the middle of anything, I think. I've been like hopping from book to book. I haven't opened anything remotely interesting recently. So I'm hoping this will be like a week-long reading vlog. I'm gonna really try to hold myself to it this time. Welcome, if you actually are still here. I would say the biggest thing I'm doing right now is I'm preparing myself for my self-care day. I'm gonna do what I want today, but I'm gonna make a list of things I want to do. So I'm putting on fuzzy socks, a face mask from Walgreens, so we're gonna do that later tonight. But I also do have to figure out what movie I'm gonna watch. I decided I'm gonna watch a movie. I just get so kind of caught up in my own head, or again, like listening to other people, and I don't want to do that today. I want to do me. I have this really pretty keyboard now because I changed my TV setup. I now have like a desktop, so that way I can just also use it as a computer. They have Pride and Prejudice on HBO Max. Oh, let me show you the book that I'm in the middle of. The one book that I'm definitely in the middle of that I want to finish this week is The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. This is basically, so far it's really good. I'm like 20-ish pages in. It's about a group of girls from like the 80s/90s who, it's basically like horror movies and like the final girl that makes it to the end, and like those girls are like in real life girls, and then the movies that we've all seen, the old movies, are based on these girls' lives. I think, I'm not going to spoil anything, but one of the girls in the groups goes missing. So it's very interesting so far, very cool. It has like some mixed media elements to it, which I really like. I want to read a lot of this today. That's my goal. So that's my first goal, because it's still early on in the day. While I have my attention with me, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I also have this pretty tapestry in my room now. Isn't that pretty? That's my sister bought it for me over a year ago. Yeah, isn't it cute? It's Winnie the Pooh. It's like the map for Winnie the Pooh. It's now almost 3 o'clock. I've been reading The Final Girl Support Club. I'm on page 46, and so far it's getting even more interesting. I'm eating yogurt. Very good. I recommend. I'm drinking a cup of hot coffee because the second it gets cold, I want hot coffee again. Hello, it is currently Monday now, the 15th. I finally know the date. I did a lot of reading yesterday. I'm really proud of myself. I can't remember the last time I've sat down and read a physical book without an audiobook. So now, page 113. So in a perfect world, I would love to read a lot more of this today. We'll see. Here be looking fright. Really enjoying it, honestly. It's really, really good. I don't know how it's gonna end. I don't really know what direction we're going in. So yeah, my little baby went and got fixed today, and she's still really out of it. That's why we're keeping her crated, because I am scared to let her out, because I tried to let her out and she jumped off the bed and I was like, we're not gonna do this. She's a wackadoo and I'm just scared that she's gonna hurt herself. But that being said, I've had a lot of time to read. I'm now on page 237, which means I think I have like over 100 pages left of this, so that's really good and really exciting. I'll be able to finish it tonight. I don't have anything else planned. I don't feel like watching TV, and I think I'm just gonna keep an eye on my little baby, my poor thing. But I'm happy that she's fixed, because about a little over a week and a half ago, she got out for like 5 days. It was definitely scary because she wasn't fixed yet, but she's a little tiny thing. She weighs less than 6 pounds, so it's scary thinking about her potentially getting pregnant and having kittens, because we have a lot of feral cats around us. That'll probably be my last update for tonight. But yeah, hopefully next time I see you, I will have finished this. Good afternoon. I think it's just about noon, and I finished The Final Girl Support Club by Grady Hendrix. I'd give this a solid, I think I gave it like a solid, not quite a 5, but like a 4.75. It was spectacular. It was wonderful, but it's definitely a horror book. If you're not into slasher type stories, if you're not into graphic detail about that type of stuff, then I wouldn't read this. That being said though, for me it was easier reading it than like watching it. Like, I'm not really into those type of movies at all. This was a lot easier to like read, and it was just it was really good. I could not put it down. I actually read late into the night. That's how good it was. Definitely trigger warnings for suicidal thoughts, I guess. Anxiety slash PTSD, I guess. Panic attacks. Definitely body horror. When it really got into like the deep psychological element of it, that really freaked me out. But it was so good. I guess if you like horror books, but like also kind of thrillers, like this is what I would describe as like a thriller horror book. I don't know, is that a genre? Morning! How we doing? Yeah, we're doing good. It's been a couple days since I've talked to you. It's now Friday at like 9 a.m. I am in a robe because I had to get dressed out of my dirty pajamas to go get blood work done, and I took off those clothes because I was dirty and I didn't want to dirty those clothes. I have a big thing about dirtying clothes that I know I'm not going to wear all day, and I have to bathe because I have to go to therapy today, so I would need to take off my clothes because I wasn't going to go dirty, and I wasn't going to put dirty clothes back on after I clean my body. Anyway, that's why I'm in a robe. It's been a few days since I last talked to you. I have been reading though. I finished a book and I started another book. The book that I have finished was Letter to a Young Female Physician, Notes from a Medical Life by Suzanne Coven. And this is not very long. It's only like 250 pages, and it's like a memoir slash biography. And it's exactly how the title sounds, talking about what it was like to be a young female physician and what it was like to be that at the time, which she's like 60 now, but when she was a doctor, obviously that was a while ago at this point. And it was just really interesting hearing her and her opinions and how they changed over time. She was really good at telling the full story, I felt like, or getting the full point across, and then kind of showing how she had to change her mind or her viewpoint or whatever. It was interesting to hear about medical care from a different perspective. It was very interesting, and I really, really liked it. It was really easy to listen to, and I could do it casually without feeling like I had to immediately read the whole thing. It really was written kind of in these little snippets that you could consume at your own pace. I loved it. I ended up thinking she was a good person, and I liked it. She was really good at owning up to when she was wrong, and I liked that a lot. So I finished that, and then I started Passing by Nella Larson. I believe a movie out on Netflix. If it's not out, it's coming out soon, based on this book. And it is basically about two women, and it is about the main protagonist meeting up with her light-skinned friend who basically decided she was gonna one day up, and obviously this took place in like the early 1900s, like 1920s, she was going to leave her entire life and she was going to start passing as a white woman. And it so far is riveting. It is very, very interesting. I have therapy today. So I got my period today, which means I want to crawl in a hole, die, and never come out. Being a woman who has a reproductive system is just not fun. And I know for me, honestly, at this point in my life, I really wish I could just scoop it all out and be done with the mess, because at this point in my life, I get no benefits from any of it, and it just causes me excruciating pain and mental turmoil every month. I turn into a different person, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde much. The amount of pain I'm in is unfathomable. I am seeing a doctor about it, but you know, and I'm not gonna have kids. I'm not a well woman, so I will never be having children. I'm not well enough to do that. So I just wish I could scoop out the whole thing and just be done with it. Hysterectomy, anyone? Full hysterectomy, anyone? I would love that. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Hello, it's now Monday and I'm here to end this vlog. It was a good reading week, honestly. I read 2 books, I finished them, and I really don't have anything else to say. I didn't read any more in passing because kind of still recovering, if you will. I had therapy on the clip I showed you, which was Friday. Didn't go the way I wanted it to. It brought up a lot of really dark stuff. Stuff I didn't think I was thinking about or anything like that. Here we are. The dogs are barking outside. I don't even know what dogs they are. Cry. I wish I could cry. I haven't been able to cry in days, sort of, kind of. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you're still here, being willing to watch stuff I upload. So yeah, talk to you when I talk to you.